Ninja Warrior fan, where we share tips and advice from our obstacle racing adventures. My name is John, and today I wanted to share with you my personal adventure in building a pegboard. So the reason I decided to make a pegboard is that I find them extremely challenging. Whether they're static, hanging, mounted to a wall, whatever you want to call it, I find a pegboard to be a very challenging obstacle. It's great for building upper body strength, grip strength, bicep strength. So this pegboard is going to be hanging from the ceiling. It's going to be free hanging. There'll be no place to put my feet. It'll swing side to side, back and forth. It's going to be super challenging. I'm really excited to try it out. Okay, so before we get started, there's a few things you're going to need in order to make a hanging pegboard. Now first off, you're going to need a drill. We've got the good old battery operated Black & Decker right there. Whatever drill you have at home, I'm sure will work fine. You're also going to need a drill bit. So I've got a spade bit. This is a 1 3/8 inch spade bit. You can see right there what we're talking about here. Now this worked really well for me. I was able to drill all these holes. It took maybe an hour, hour and a half of drilling spread out over 2 days. So it was no big deal. If you want to spend a little bit more, if you have your own Forstner bits or something else that you want to use, go for it. I'm just saying this cost me $7 and it worked great. Next, you're gonna need an oak dowel. This is a 1 1/4 inch oak dowel. You notice, of course, it's a little smaller than the bit. You don't want to get a bit that's the exact same size as your dowel, because the dowel is not gonna fit in that hole. Or at the very least, you might be able to hammer it in, but you're not gonna, it's not gonna work for a pegboard. So you gotta give yourself a little bit of room to wiggle. You also don't want to sand this down because that'll weaken it, right? So you want to make sure that you get a dowel that's going to fit. You also want to make sure that you get an oak dowel or another very strong hardwood. You don't want to buy those cheap poplar dowels. Those are going to snap under your body weight like that. So next, of course, you're going to need some wood for the pegboard itself. Now I went with a 2x8x8. I went out to Lowe's and picked it out myself. You want to make sure that you get a board that is in good shape. You don't want to get anything warped, anything with a whole lot of knots, anything that's going to potentially, break on you down the line. So like I said, I picked it out myself. I had them cut it in half into 2 4-foot lengths right there in Lowe's. And yeah, it's so far it's worked out great. Finally, you're going to need something to hang this with. So I've got these great straps. These have worked really well for me. This strap actually came with a set of gymnastics rings, but I have a whole bunch of straps that I've got from the hardware store, different places. You just want to make sure it's something that's rated to hold, preferably a few hundred pounds. I like to shoot for 600 pounds plus. That way, even if I'm putting some force on it, I know it's not going to snap. Also, you want to make sure you get these good thick nylon straps. These aren't going to tear under pressure, even if they're scraped up against by the wood. I've had these hanging out in our tree in the backyard for a long time, and there's no signs of wear or damage. They work really well. One thing I almost forgot to mention, if you're going to hang a pegboard, you need something to hang it from. Now you can certainly hang this from the rafters of your garage ceiling if your garage isn't finished, but as you can see, I'm pretty fortunate. I've got these safety racks that I picked up on sale at Costco, put these up on the ceiling myself. You can see we've got a whole bunch of different holds already hanging from them, so we know they're strong enough to support our body weight. They're also rated, so I knew that in advance. I didn't discover this by accident. So that's what I'm going to hang our pegboard from.